All right, here we go. Here's the installed product. Our first run here, this is the east outside hose bib. And if you look down here, we're going to keep our distance from the outside wall. This is concrete to about this level right here, thereabouts. And we're going to keep these forward from that outside wall. And it'll come up and we'll do the PEX, we'll do some management here. But this is how this ties in. If you see, the cold comes in on one side, and of course we're using PEX B, so we use the crimp connectors, and they go on pretty easy. And then you just tighten these up to a certain torque, and then you take this block here, which is the key, and then right now they're in the off position. You can turn them this way, and then they'll be on. So the same thing for the hot. On the hot side, they're all individual. We just want to keep them in pairs, kind of for all the hot and colds. We'll just keep going, stepping down. And then when we get down here where we just have colds, it doesn't matter if they go on either side. But as a general rule, we're going to put cold on the right-hand side down here. And then we'll put hot on this side, and that's how we'll organize this block. And basically, the way this works is the water supply will come in here, and this is a 1-inch adapter. And then there's another port on the bottom, which will cap off. And there's another one in and out as well. Not sure if we'll, oh no, this is for hot, this is for cold, right? Gotcha. So that's how this block works. And so you have individual control of individual devices, like a sink or a lab or a toilet. And that's how this is all going to go together. Anyway, so here we go. It's quite exciting. Hello and welcome back to the channel. It's a Friday and we're glad that the week is done, because it's been a long week. My family's over here right there, and we just had supper here, which was nice. All the family comes up every Friday, and so they get a chance to see the progress on the house. Real quickly, what we've been able to do, as you can see, the manifold here for the water system and the PEX is coming together. We got our first 4 done, and we have these to go yet to finish it up. And so those pipes will come up through the concrete, and then we'll manage all this. I've got an idea here for putting like a 2x4 or just a little bit less than 2x4 behind this. I've got that from another YouTuber. And let's see, you can see blocking up here in the windows, or excuse me, I mean in the girts, and so that makes it really sturdy as well. And let's see, what else we got done here today. Oh, they put some blocking on the very top of these walls as well. And basically they had a half day today because they put in a lot of hours. So here's what things look like so far this week. We got downstairs doors, windows, and upstairs windows framed as well. And so that is great. And we're getting it set up for blocking. This is, I gotta show you real quick. This is something that Kai made for our channel. She just sketched this out real quick. Isn't that cool? She did a nice job. So lots of conduit everywhere for the future gas lines. Last night, oh, I didn't show you what we did yesterday. We put 3 2-inch conduits in the ground here, and we ran those all the way over here past the white truck to the well. So one will be for water. This is schedule 80 conduit. So all we have to do is run our 1 or 1.25 inch line through the conduit, and that's why it's really nicely protected. And then we have another conduit for power, and another conduit for future or for fiber optics or communications. And I got another 2-inch that's going in here that go off to the solar poles. And so I got to come off here and trench, but as you can see, they've got lots of things in the way. So that is something else that needs to be done, most likely next week. So I'll probably call for inspection on Monday or Tuesday of next week. And we'll pressure test the water system and the sewer system. We'll get that inspected and hopefully approved. Then we can come in here and add some more rock, bring it up to grade, do a final compact on it, and then we set down foam board. 2-inch R10 foam board goes down here, and then we start working on the radiant floor system that's going to go right beside the water manifold, just to the left of it in that dividing wall. So that's the update that we've got so far, and I'm really glad here for the weekend because it's been quite a week. So just take a look at that sunset as the sun hits the other side of the canyon, and it's perfectly calm up here. It's such an amazing thing. Anyway, I hope you guys have a great weekend, and I pray that God would bless you richly. Stay tuned, and we'll see you on the next episode. P.S. Here's the family. How you doing, family? Are we all smiles?
Yeah, that's about right.
It is? Okay, well, who's in back here? Yeah. We have Keenan, Kaylani. Who else is in back here? Yep.
Don't forget me.
What's your name?
Okay, that's me. For the little.
All right, you guys drive safe. We're right behind you.
All right.
Take care. Good afternoon and welcome back to Almost Home Ranch. Just wanted to show you the work that's been going on the plumbing here. All the connections out at the rough end stage are all done onto this water manifold. It's a mana block made by Viega, and so we're using all but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 ports here. So that is awesome, and I can just take this and turn each valve on and off. You know that the arrow is going this way, so that means that it is engaged. These here that are unused are off, so that is quite an amazing new way to do plumbing, at least new to me at least, compared to the old method. I've got some tidying up to do down here, but all the runs are done. And then on the other end, my daughter went around and she actually capped them off, so we're good to test. At least I think we should be good to test. And yep, I think she's got them all. So we could actually apply a pressure test. 15 pounds is what we need to pass inspection on the water lines. And I got to make sure these are all torqued down a little bit. And then we can cap off our plumbing and do a pressure test, 5 pounds on the plumbing. So here we are at this stage, and it's a Sunday here today, quite warm, 92 degrees east wind. We had a pretty close call yesterday. We got a fire that was probably within 1.5 miles of our place, and it was down in the valley, and they did a all points bulletin call. I believe they had at least 5 districts, maybe more, that responded, and they got the fire out later in the afternoon towards the evening is when it was all done. But you know, today we came up here and there was quite an easterly wind because we have high pressure in here, and so it's quite warm today, about 90 degrees up here, which is unusually warm. And if that would have happened yesterday, this fire would probably be, who knows, maybe it would have gone up one of the canyons here and up over one of these ridges, and maybe our property would have been in danger. But God has a way of doing amazing things to protect us, and I just want to thank God for his wonderful deliverance. So this is Almost Home Ranch, and we're going to work on some conduits here, and we're doing some watering here up on the ridge, trying to get the dust down, and just tidying up some loose ends. And I think we're going to call for an inspection in the next day or so. So pretty exciting times. Anyway, we'll check in with you later. All right, here we're about ready to call it a day. Let me show you what we got done. I think I already showed you the manifold. We got some more organization to do because this is where all these pipes come through the concrete. What we also did here, this is where get you back up a little bit. This is where the electrical panel is going to be, right here. And so where this conduit here goes to the island for the electrical, and we want to just have a obviously the only way you can get to the island is through the conduit. So what my thinking is lately is I could definitely go from the panel through these posts and then try to turn, but it is a pain to actually run wire that way because you have to go at an angle. I do have 10 inches. I could probably make it work, but it's a lot easier sometimes if I run another conduit to this wall that comes up in the concrete. So that's my plan, is on each of the walls I'm going to go from the main panel to this wall And then I'm going to do another one out to this wall, and then all the loads that they take. Since I have 2-inch conduit, I could run quite a few Romexes in it. And another one to this wall too. And that way, you know, I'm thinking about the electrical panel now before we put concrete in. By the way, this other one, as I pointed out before, is a future run for the propane. And here's another one for propane. So those will all go back into the utility room. And let's see, that's what we did there. Let me take you all over to the solar panels. Show you what we got done today. Kalen and Keenan's been on the job. We got the forms off. Oh boy, is it dusty. We had the sprinkler running today to kind of on the outside to kind of take care of some of this dust. But here's what the finished product looks like. We've got that big 4 foot by 4 foot by 38 inch block of concrete holding that big massive pole in the air. This will be backfilled with rock and then more dirt to get to that level. And then we got to take off you know, those tabs that we did to strengthen that while it was setting. And so we got each of the 3 are done and look just like this one. So that's cool. Once we get those tabs off, we can actually bring up the solar mounts. And when we bring the solar mounts, we can actually start to put the mount on. And one of the cool designs of this solar mount is you don't have to have them up in the air 12 feet. So you can actually drop them down to a manageable level, build your panel assembly, and there's 16 panels that go onto the frame. And then when you're done, you just hoist it up to the very top, and then you set it on the top of the pole. And then you can tilt it for whatever direction you want to do. So that is what is required by code for our solar panels, and that's not going anywhere. And come over here, I want to just show you the wall. The wall of the pipe. Take a look. These are our cutoffs. This is half inch thick pipe. And that's some serious pipe. You could hit that with a dozer and I don't think you would bend it. Standard well casing is 1/4 inch. This is 1/2 inch. So, all right, folks, here we are, and we're about ready to pack up and go home and start the new week. Been quite an exciting process, and to get to this point. So what is next? After, we're going to call for inspection probably on Tuesday for the sewer and the water. I've got some connections to make so that we can pressurize both systems. That will happen tomorrow. When we pass the inspection, then we can start bringing more rock in here and then getting it to grade. And then we're waiting on the foam board, which is R10. It's a 2-inch foam board that goes down on top of the aggregate once we compact it. And then after the foam board is down, we get to put our radiant floor heat in. Once the radiant floor heat is in, we're going to have to get that inspected. And after that, we're ready to pour our slab. So lots of things to think about that go into that slab before we actually call for concrete. All right, boys, what do you got anything to say today?
Turn the water off.
Turn the water off?
Turn the water off.
Well, we can turn the water on. This water, tell me, you put your head underneath the water. What was that like?
It was really cold.
You gonna do it again?
I mean, I can.
All right, let's do it on video. Let's go. Let's turn on the well. So we got to do that. We got to go over the generator, and we just fire it up like so. All right.
The valves are open, right?
Yep.
Because that would be really bad if they weren't.
Okay, Kaylin. Moment of truth is up.
It's really cold.
How cold is it?
You tell the people.
Oh, it's freezing. Well, it's got to be what, 48?
Colder.
50?
I'd say 40. I'd say 40.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. All right, folks. We'll see you later. Take care.